Welcome to Engineers Academy. Subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to receive the notification for the upcoming videos.
Now we are going to solve this problem 298. So in this problem it is said that a rear wheel drive car is stuck in the snow between other parked cars is shown. So this is a car which is stuck between other cars in a snow, right? So in an attempt to free the car, 3 students exert forces on the car at A, B and C. So 3 students are applying these forces at point A, B and C, right? While the driver's action result in a forward thrust of 40 pounds. So due to the engine, it is producing 40 pound thrust force at the rear wheels, right? Parallel to the plane of rotation of each rear wheel, right? So this is parallel. So it is said that treat the problem as a two-dimensional and determine the equivalent force couple system. So we need to determine the force couple system at the car center of mass. So this is the center of mass, right? And it is said that locate the position x of the point on the car center line through which the resultant passes. So we need to determine the location of the resultant where it will pass this center line, this x-axis, right? And it is said that neglect all forces that are not shown, right? So first what we will do is that again we will find the Rx component, right? So this is, I have drawn this free body diagram, right? So first we will consider this diagram. So we will find Rx, right? So Rx will be equal to summation of all forces along x, right? And here I will resolve this force into its components, right? So let me resolve this. So this will be the cos component, right? And it is making 30 degrees with the y-axis, right? And this will be the sine component, right? So these are the two components. So now if we add the forces along x, so these 3 forces are along x and one this component, right? So I will write Rx is equal to 40 pounds plus 40 pounds, this 40 plus this 40 plus this 80 plus 80, right? And this component, this is the sine component, so I will write plus 50 sine of 30 degrees, right? So this will give us Rx. Similarly, we will find Ry, so it will be equal to summation of all forces along y. So Ry will be equal to this 70 pounds, so it is along the positive y, so I will write plus 70 plus this cos component, so this is 50 cos of 30 degrees, right? So this will give us Ry. So now when I solve this, so when we solve this, so Rx comes out to be 185 pounds and Ry comes out to be 113 pounds, right? Now if we want to find the direction of the resultant, so what we will do, we will draw an arbitrary triangle, right? So I will draw a Rx which is positive, so this is Rx and this is Ry. So this will be the direction of R, somewhere like this. We don't know this theta, but this will be the direction of R, right? So somewhere between the x and y axis like this, right? And now if we want to find the moment about g, so we will find the moment about g. So moment about g will be equal to, so and assume that the clockwise moment is positive, right? So this will be 40 and this 40 pounds is producing clockwise moment about this g, right? So I will write 40 into the perpendicular distance. So the perpendicular distance of this 40 pounds from this point g is this 33 inches. So I will multiply this by 33, right? And similarly this force is passing through this g, so it will not produce any moment, right? And now this one, so this is producing counterclockwise moment, so I will write minus 40 into 33. So the perpendicular distance of this 40 is also 33 from this point g, right? Similarly, if I talk about these two components, so this component is passing through g, so it will not produce any moment, right? Only this component, this sine component, will produce moment about g, so I will write, and this will produce counterclockwise moment, so I will write minus, and it is the sine component, so it will be 50 sine of 30 degrees and the perpendicular distance of this component from G is 72 divided by 2, right? So it is 36 inches. And similarly, if we want to find the moment of this 70-pound force, so this is producing the counterclockwise moment, and the perpendicular distance of this 70-pound force from G is 66 inches. So I will write minus 70 into 66. So this will give us the total moment about G. So this comes out to be minus 5520 pound inches, right? So this minus sign indicates that this moment is in the counterclockwise direction, right? So this is the counterclockwise direction, right? So now we want to represent these forces by a force coupled system. So this will be the direction, right? So, and let's find this theta. If you want to find this theta, so what will be this theta? So theta will be equal to tan inverse divided by Ry divided by Rx, right? So this will give us theta. So tan inverse and Ry is 113 divided by 185. So this will give us theta. So theta comes out to be 31.42 degrees. So now if we represent these forces by a force coupled system, so what I will do, I will draw a force at an angle of 31.42, and I will draw a counterclockwise moment like this, and I will write that this is the moment about G. This is that point G, right? And this is equal to 5520, and this is the resultant, and its magnitude is how much? Its magnitude is not known, so no need to find the magnitude for this problem. So this is the resultant, and this is the theta. This is the theta that we have already found. So this is the representation of that forces into a force coupled system, right? Now what we will do is that we will find the perpendicular distance of this R from this point G, so that it should produce the same moment, right? So we will replace this force coupled system by a single force, right? So we will find the perpendicular distance of this R from this point G, so that it should produce the same moment, right? So what I will do, I will write R into D is equal to the moment about G, right? Or if we do not find this D distance, so we are also able to find the x-intercept for this problem. So let me solve it directly. So we will not find this D, right? So if you want to represent this force coupled system by a single force, so what I will do, I will remove this moment, and I will move this force in the same orientation so that it should produce the counterclockwise moment, right? So if I move it along this direction, right? So if I place it here, so from point G, so it will produce a clockwise moment, right? So this means that we need to place this force somewhere here, right? So now when it is here, when the perpendicular distance of this resultant from this G is somewhere here, and the location of this resultant is here, so it will produce the counterclockwise moment, right? So this is the correct location of this R, right? So now what we will do is that we will find the x-intercept. We are only asked to find the position x of the point on the curved center line through which the resultant passes. So now if I extend the line of action of this force, so this is that distance, this distance we need to determine, right? So in this problem it is said that find this x distance, right? So now what I will do is that we will move this R at this point along the line of action, right? So we will move this R and we'll place it here, right? And we will resolve this into its components, right? So if I resolve this into its components, so this will be the horizontal component, that is the Rx. So this will be Rx, and this will be Ry, right? So this is the Ry. So as we can see that at this point along the line of action of this force, at this point Rx is not producing moment, right? and only the Ry is producing moment. So we will write Ry, and the perpendicular distance of Ry from G is x, multiply by x, and this should be equal to the moment about G, and we will use the magnitude, right? So x will be equal to moment about G. So this is 55 20. So I will write 55 20 divided by Ry. So Ry is 113, right? So x is equal to, so this comes out to be 48.7, and this will be in inches, right? So this was in pound inches, and this was in pounds as well. So pound will be cancelled out, so we will be left with inches. Now in the book the answer is written in feet, so we will convert this into feet. So in order to convert inches into feet, so we will divide this 48.7 divided by 12. So we will, 1 feet has 12 inches, so we will get the answer in feet, right? So if I divide this by 12, so this is equal to, x is equal to 4.06 feet, right? So the line of action of this resultant will be 4.06 feet away from this origin along the x direction, right? And this will be towards the positive x-axis, right? So we should write, right? So towards the positive x-axis. So this is the solution of this problem.